My path to higher education hasn't been linear. I've navigated housing insecurity, financial instability, and the daily responsibility of raising a family while pursuing my degree. The Women's Forum stepped in at a moment when I truly needed support. Today, I get to sit with a few incredible women whose journeys reflect that same strength, resilience, and transformation. Who are you, and what's your background and your story?
I was born in Arizona. I'm one of 5, the youngest, the only girl. From high school, start of sophomore year, I lost my brother. And then within that same week, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer. So I left school altogether. I left everything.
I'm the oldest of 5. We moved around a lot. We had a lot of financial difficulties, a lot of burdens. One of our apartments caught on fire, and we actually had to rebuild our life all over again.
I grew up in New York, product of the New York City public school system. I ended up dropping out of high school when I was 16, and I didn't return to school until I was much older.
The day I became a mother, I knew that I needed to be someone for my son. So I went back to school while pregnant, and I knew that I belonged there where I'm going in my career to be a registered nurse. I want to be part of the change.
Education was always something that was instilled from me at a young age. I was then enrolled into the Oliver Scholars Program, which is a program that helps students from low-income communities get into prestigious colleges. From there, I was actually accepted into Syracuse University. My field of study currently is human services with a minor in biology, but ever since I got sick, I realized that I wanted to find a way where I could share my experience with other people and help them along their journey. So I think what I want to do now is become a registered nurse and hopefully work in the oncology department where I actually was and received treatment in. And I want to be that vessel for someone else. God blessed me to be here, and those blessings that He just gives me every day, I want to share that with other people.
During COVID, I got pregnant, and that's when I started to take my future more seriously. I went into the healthcare field because I had a very traumatic birth experience. I didn't get to hold my son for the first day, so it was that experience that wanted me to go into the healthcare field. I would be the second person in my family to get a college degree, so I see the effect that it's already having in the family. The one thing that someone can't take away from you is your education. That stays with you.
I lived across the street from my community college, and I got hit by a car crossing the street. I lost my ability to speak, my ability to walk, and my ability to see. People say it's nothing but you and God. That's really all I had.
How did receiving the Women's Forum Education Fund Award impact this journey?
There came a point where I might have had to withdraw because I just couldn't come up with the money. Because without Women's Forum, I wouldn't be able to graduate. I graduate this May.
It impacted me. It made me really humble. It made me really grateful. I never thought that I would be considered as a scholar, apply for a scholarship, or win one. So it's already creating a ripple effect. I see my younger sibling and my younger nieces and nephews, they take school a lot more seriously.
I know what it feels like to hit rock bottom, but I also know what it feels to move on from that and to build yourself back up. Right before I received the Women's Forum grant, my family was actually doing very bad financially and actually was on the verge of becoming evicted. So the Women's Forum, came at the perfect time in my life.
To be able to receive that award, financially, I was struggling. And even to know that there's so many people standing behind me, watching, that they know and that they believe in me. I am the example that you can strive through unforeseen circumstances.
When you are starting over and you're older, it's really overwhelming. And if you win this award and, it gives you this motivation.
Women's Forum didn't let me slip through the cracks. Kids who come from socioeconomic circumstances like I do are often left behind. Women's Forum looks at you as a person and not just on paper. They see potential in you.
They pour into you and they They want to see the best for you. They want to connect you with mentors. They want to connect you to those spaces where, you know, you can show who you are.